Hi, Vestine here, the Mindset Mom, and I'd like to welcome you to my inaugural video for my YouTube channel, Mindset Mom. Now, whether you're joining me because you've been in my Facebook weight loss group, or because you've seen a post of mine, or you've just done a search in the search bar for YouTube, whatever the case may be, you're probably amongst many of us who are either momtrepreneurs or moms who want to have the right mindset to get our families on track, to get the results that we want for our families, and to better their lives. I started out as an entrepreneur because I had a desire to make people's lives better. It started, I was a stay-at-home mom, homeschooling my kids, I still do. And I started noticing that I could do things and find things out and bring tips and tricks and workarounds to my family to better our lives. And then I started reaching out to other people and finding out that a lot of them had the same exact desires, that they wanted a better life, a better lifestyle, and more meaning, and to be able to make more of an impact with their families. And so I learned that I could share my knowledge and share what I knew so that I could help their families grow and prosper as well. And that's my heart. And so if you're here, you might be a momtrepreneur, what they call a momtrepreneur. You might be an entrepreneur, or you might just be a mom who's seeking to better her family's life and lifestyle through health and nutrition and mindset. If you're here, I want to welcome you, and I want to share with you that we're entering in a very exciting age. We've been in the past decade or so in the quote-unquote information age, and but that's changing a little bit, and I'll tell you why. We are entering something called the knowledge age, and what that is and what I've been finding out is that no longer is it sufficient for institutions to educate us and to give us necessarily what we need, especially if we have a specialized carved out path for ourselves that we would like to pursue. Now, you may have gotten a degree from a university, and that's great, and if you're a surgeon, all the more power to you. We want the universities educating our doctors and our lawyers and things like that. But you might also find yourself just finding a place in the business world. Maybe you started out as a multi-level marketing, network marketing professional, or maybe you came roundabout through maybe a localized business. Whatever the case may be, we're entering into something that is more based upon mentorship rather than institutions educating us. And as such, the process usually goes something like this. You find somebody that has the results that you want to achieve, and you go and you study under that person. This is a model that has gone way back to the ancient world. It's not anything new, but it is making a reemergence in our world today. And the reason is because it works. It just plain works. And so if you are seeking to improve your mindset, if you want to learn ways that you can eliminate those self-sabotaging beliefs, what we call self-limiting beliefs, or the things that just sabotage you once you get going, you start doing really well, but then something happens and you just find yourself back at square one again. Well, I want to encourage you because I'm going to be sharing some things, some exercises, and some ways that you can get around that so that you can get back on the path to success. And it's true, if you want to be successful, find someone who is successful and you model what they do. Now, I haven't arrived yet, and I'm just going to be completely honest with you. I still educate my children, but I know I feel called to this path of entrepreneurship and to reaching out to people and helping people and making an impact with my life. And if that resonates with you, I want you to come and join me. I want you to like this video and subscribe to this channel. Like it down below and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. If you'd like to see more content like this. I'd like to share with you something right now that is a powerful tool that I have come to find has really amazing results in a short amount of time. Now, I'm going to be sharing in future videos about how you can fast track your way to mindset success. Today, I want to share with you about an exercise that I've been engaging in. And I've had people on my team in my network marketing business ask me about this, and I just thought I would come over here and share it on this video. What it is an exercise that you write down because we all have busy lives and things that tug on us, especially us moms. And ironically, the things that call us to entrepreneurship and running a busy and a thriving household often take the same skill sets, believe it or not. We women have unique qualities and characteristics, such as we have an intuition and sort of like the feeling side of things that we understand. We have an innate understanding of how the human mind works and how people operate and what makes people tick. And that's to our advantage. We need the same thing in business. There are other things that we need in business, and we'll get into in future videos. But right now, I would just like to talk about a principle that is absolutely ironclad, that if you employ this, you're going to grow and you're going to see results in your life if you are consistent and if you are clear about it. And it's this. I started writing down it's a list of 300 because one of my mentors encouraged us to do this. We all want a successful business. We all want a successful household and family. And what we need to do in order to get there is a principle that is in our ancient book of wisdom, the scriptures, and it's in the book of Habakkuk 2, chapter 2, verse 2. And it says, "Write the vision and make it plain upon tablets, that he who reads may run." And this is a powerful principle. When I first read that many, many years ago, I thought, oh, okay, yeah, he's speaking to the prophet, and that's the context of the verse, yes. But there's a principle there, hidden there for you and me and whomever wants to uncover it. And that's this. Science has proven, in fact, the Harvard School of Business has done a study, and they found that 85% of people who wrote down their goals were more likely to achieve them. And this is based upon this principle. So what I started to do is I started to write down numbers 1 through 300, and trust me, it's hard to get to 300 of those things that I want to see in mine and my family's life. In other words, the benefits that we're going to get or gain to ourselves because I'm in business, because I'm an entrepreneur. If I launch out into the deep and I take those steps and I have a deep-seated belief in myself, these are things, benefits that we will gain by doing this. It's sort of a vision board that's written down in a list form. And here's the powerful thing about that. If you write your list of 1 to 300, and be honest with you, I'm only at 129. If you write down your list and you read it morning and evening every single day, you're doing what that verse says, is you're keeping the vision in front of you, that he who reads may run. Now let me tell you why science has discovered this is a powerful, powerful tool. We make 95% of our decisions are based upon the subconscious brain. In other words, whatever the content is in your subconscious, you are making decisions all day long, every single day, based on that content. And a lot of people find out that, I'm not going the route that I want to go. I am having setbacks, I'm back to square one. And the whole key is, if you want a different result, you got to change what the input you're putting into your subconscious. And I'm going to tell you how to do that. One of the ways is to make your list of 1 to 300, and I'll tell you why. The brain always comes back to what is familiar to it. I'm going to say that again. The brain always comes back to what is familiar to it. And the brain only exists, the mind, to do what you tell it to do. So guess what? Self-talk is very important. Language is important. It's important what we put in front of our faces. The language and the images that we feed our brains are very, very key to our success. So now I want you to know that because I started writing this list of 1 to 300, I only have been doing it for maybe 1 to 2 weeks, and this is why I can come and report this to you. I've already seen a beginning of a fulfillment on 3 of those items. I was pretty surprised, but it makes sense because I am changing the input of what I put into my subconscious, and therefore I'm going to get different results. So I encourage you to do this exercise every single day. Start right now. Take out a a piece of lined paper and start writing things out. Be as specific and as clear and descriptive as you possibly can. In other words, if you want a brand new car, you need to put the make, you need to put the model, you need to put what kind of rims it has, you need to put if it has tinted windows or not, and you need to be very specific, the color, the name of the color, what year. You need to write that down, okay? But it's not just limited to things. I mean, God forbid, we have goals and things that we want to reach for our families, our relationships, our businesses, our homes, our faith communities. So write those things down too. If you are seeking to start a business, write specific things that you would like to see on that piece of paper. And I just know you're going to be astounded after a year if you have not seen a 1/10 of those things come to pass. So try to get to 300, because 1/10 of 300 is 30. And how many of us would like to see 30 of our dreams come true? So I want to encourage you to do this. Now, why do we focus on mindset and changing the input that we have each and every day? I'll tell you why. It's because we need to transform these minds. And now I'm going to talk to my brethren who are believers in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob for just a second, okay? The Creator has made you to succeed. He has many, many, many blessings for you in store. And one of the greatest things that is holding you back from His blessings, from His storehouse, is your beliefs about yourself. Your self-limiting beliefs are getting in the way. But Romans chapter 12, verses 1 and 2 tells us, be not conformed to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Okay? So is God for mindset? You better believe it. He is. And in the book of Proverbs, it says, as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. And Yeshua, Jesus, also said it this way, whatsoever, if any man says unto this mountain, be thou removed and cast into the sea, and he does not doubt in his heart, it shall be done for him. Now that's powerful, powerful principles that we can employ both in our personal lives, our homes, and our businesses. And one of the things that I like to think about is that, we are called to be kings and priests. Well, what do kings do? Well, they have influence, they govern, and they take spoil, right? So one of the things that we are called to do is to take dominion over our mindsets. And that's one of the very things that we have to start with, because you may not be able to control other people. You can't control what happens in the world. You may not be able to control lots of things, but you are able to control what goes on the real estate between your ears. And that makes a ton of difference into the seeds we sow in our behaviors and our thoughts. And then as a consequence, in the things that we harvest and we receive in our lives. Now, I just told you that the subconscious is powerful and the brain goes back to what is familiar. Now, I want to tell you that sometimes when you get stuck or you seem to get in situations where you feel a lot of rejection or you feel misunderstood in many ways, whether it's in your family, your business, your work, what have you, I want to tell you that some of that is our own doing. In other words, we sow those seeds and then we reap the harvest. But this doesn't have to be, because we can sow different seeds. And in future videos, I'm going to be getting deeper into how to remove blocks, success blocks. One of the main ones is a core belief that I am not good enough. And this is a little bit more complicated of a concept, because I'm going to be showing you how you can help people and help yourself discover what lies beneath. So you may have a painful memory, you may have a something that happened to you, a relationship, maybe with a core relationship when you were growing up with a parent that you read as a child, and I'll be getting into this later. And because children take in everything and they are forming their beliefs about the world before the age of 7 or 8, you have developed a core belief about yourself that affects you to this day. Why? Because the brain always goes back to what is familiar. Now, If you would like to hear more, learn more, and stick along with me for this wild ride, and it has been a wild ride, go ahead and subscribe down there on the red button and hit the like button so that I know that you're out there. And leave a comment for me, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thanks a lot. And just remember, be smart and be benevolent.